Konnichiwa Nakama, I'm your host Locum23. You're joining me for Choices, the stories you play. Freshman Book 2, Chapter 4, Playing the Part. You push through the crowd to see the cast list finally coming, face to face with a lined paper stapled to the theater bulletin board. Playing the role of William is... Kaitlyn? Whoa, really? But I read for Duke Eccleston. So, if you're William, who am I? Looks like you got Duke Eccleston. Guess we switch parts. Well, if I can't be a hot stable boy, I guess a hot Duke's the next best thing. I don't remember seeing hot anywhere in his character bio. Come on, Tyler, just let me have this one. You and Kaitlyn step aside so everyone can look at the cast list. So, looks like we'll be co-stars now. You excited? Definitely. I can't wait to spend time with all of our friends, spend time with you, kiss you in front of tons of people. Oh, right. Forgot that was happening. What's wrong? We've kissed in public before. I know, I just... Never mind, I'm being silly. This'll be fun. Just then James arrives, carrying a dozen scripts under his arm. Ah, see you all found the cast list. Yeah, and I'd like to have a word. Let's just get this out of the way now. All casting decisions are final. So long as you're performing on my stage, I make the rules. But you obviously just cast Mizumi because... I'm done talking about this. If we're gonna have a problem, you can just leave now. Got it? Ooh, James. Where is this ferocity in Book 3? Becca glares at James, but doesn't say anything more. He shifts his attention to Kaitlyn. Kaitlyn, can I have a word with you in private? I want to give you some backstory on William. Okay. As Kaitlyn follows James to the theater's attached office, Chris ambles over, looking sheepish. I guess I get a little ahead of myself, thinking I'd be the lead. Huh. Oh, not at all. You did your best. Honestly, I wish you had been... Yeah, I'm not sure what you were thinking there. Not at all. You did your best. Yeah, I guess I'm just used to my best being good enough. He used to be a damn bench warmer, and now he's complaining. Well, you can't be good at everything, right? Guess not, but I'd settle for being good at just one thing other than football. I mean, it's not like you're bad at this. Duke Eccleston's still a pretty sizable role. I know you're right, but somehow I feel like I'm right back on the bench, like I was at the start of the year. Just then Kaitlyn comes out of the office with a sly smile on her lips and walks over to you and Chris. What were you two talking about in there? James told me a secret about my character to help me with my performance. Really? What is it? I can't tell you, duh. Then it wouldn't be a secret. James leans around the corner of the rector's office and calls you in. Your turn, Mizumi. Could you join me in here? Sure thing. Looks like I'll have a secret of my own soon enough. Bet mine's better. Right. You find James sorting through stacks of character bios and scene outlines, his brow furrowed. Busy day? You have no idea. I'm starting to think I need an assistant. I'd offer my services, but I suspect I'm about to be very preoccupied with rehearsals. You are indeed, which brings me to the reason I called you in here. You're gonna tell me a secret about my character? How did you... Kaitlyn Blythe. Should have known. If it's any consolation, she absolutely refused to tell me what her character's secret actually is.
Good on her. Essentially, the secret is just an actor's tool to help you find the character, so to speak. The audience won't know about it, but you will. I've decided that Elizabeth's secret should be...
Hold on. If the audience won't even know about it, I feel like I should come up with Elizabeth's secret.
Okay. What did you have in mind?
Let me think. She wants to leave home and become an adventurer. She only has months to live.
She's a time traveler. Okay, This one's tough. The time travel one, no. The months to live or leave home and become an adventurer. That's what I'm deciding. I figure for this version we'll go with leave home and become an adventurer. I like it. Stories of exotic adventures were wildly popular with the English gentry back in those days. It makes sense for Elizabeth to grow up reading those stories and dreaming of a life beyond her family's estate. And her attraction to William makes it even more sense now, since he actually saw some of the world during the war. James shuffles some of the papers on his desk and stands up, heading for the door. Well, I guess we got that sorted. I'll look forward to working with you, Mizumi.
I can hardly wait for opening night. This should be interesting. Feel free to call me in your office anytime. I can hardly wait for opening night. This should be interesting. Opening night.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's still tons of work to do.
You're a lot of fun, you know that?
I'll try.
Want me to send anyone else in?
Not right now. We should get the whole cast working together as soon as possible. I think we'll do our first line reading now.
Sounds like a plan, Mr. Director.
You follow James out in the theater where the rest of the cast sits scattered through the seats, talking and laughing with their friends. Alright everyone, listen up. I'd like us to do our first line read. Just go through the script and get a sense of the play as a whole. Everyone ready? I'll read the stage directions. The year is 1897. The light of the dawn slants through the curtains of Elizabeth Darling's bedroom, waking her.
Today's the day. Will's coming home.
I feel pretty. Also, within a few days, you're rehearsing on stage with full blocking. This is preposterous. Lord Rathbone is an excellent match. An excellent match, I tell you. Your father's right, Elizabeth. He's one of the wealthiest bachelors in the county. What reason could you possibly have to not desire him?
You don't understand, Father, and you never will.
You turn and flee off stage, slamming the door of Abby's set so it nearly falls off its hinges.
Oops, sorry, Mizumi. I'll get to work on fixing that.
You and Kaitlyn stand in a rosy spotlight, rigged up by Tyler, and hold each other close.
I thought I'd never see you again, Will. Oh, Lizzie, don't you know I'd never leave you? But the war, I was so afraid I hardly dared dream you'd return to me. I'm here now, aren't I?
Kaitlyn tucks a stray strand of hair behind her ear and leans in close.
So, this is where we would kiss, right?
Yes? Please just continue the scene.
Kaitlyn,
you totally killed the mood!
Are you nervous about this? No, of course not. Are you sure? Yes, I'm nervous. Why?
With everyone turned to look at the two of you, Kaitlyn hurriedly walks off stage and heads for the theater doors.
Sorry, I just need a second, okay?
Of course. James gestures for you to follow Kaitlyn with a meaningful tilt of his head. Probably best to make sure she's okay.
Of course. I'll be right back.
You follow Kaitlyn out in the snow and find her sitting by herself on a bench, her face in her hands.
Kaitlyn? Hey, Mizumi, I'm fine now. I just needed some air. I'll be right back inside to finish the scene.
You sit down on the bench beside her. You're clearly not fine. What's going on?
It's so dumb, honestly. I don't mind.
Kaitlyn lets her hands fall into her lap and sighs.
It's just... I don't know if I told you this, but I'm not, like, out back home. I told one of my closest friends back in high school, but no one else knows, including my parents.
Oh, Kaitlyn.
I guess seeing them again over break and then coming back here and kissing a girl in front of all of our friends and stuff, I just suddenly imagined how they would react if they saw that. I love them, but they're not the most open-minded people in the world.
I'm sorry, Kaitlyn. I'm glad you told me about this, but you shouldn't worry what they think.
It's not that simple, Mizumi.
I know, it's just... I'm nervous about us. And I know that's kind of selfish, but I am. I don't want you to be ashamed of me.
I'm not! It's complicated, Mizumi. Really complicated. When I'm in school, it's really easy to forget about my parents and home and all of that, you know? But then it'll sneak up on me out of the blue, and I'll feel like I'm lying to them, even if it's just by omission or whatever. I get it. I'm sorry for making things more difficult. Don't be sorry. The whole thing just is difficult. But at least I've gotten it off my chest, right? I think I might be ready to go back inside.
You and Kaitlyn go back inside the theater. James looks up, relieved to see Kaitlyn looking more cheerful. Everything okay? We can break for the day if you want.
That's not necessary. Tyler, cue the romantic lighting.
On it. You and Kaitlyn take the marks on stage, and you resume your scene.
Oh, Lizzie, don't you know I'd never leave you? But the war, I was so afraid I hardly dare dream you'd return to me. I'm here now, aren't I?
Kaitlyn puts a hand on your waist and pulls you close, then leans in to kiss you, her mouth finding yours, as the rest of the cast starts cheering.
Oh! Take notes, boys!
I don't have anything to write with. Good thing I never leave home without my sonic screwdriver pin. Ugh, nerd. You and Kaitlyn break apart, and James flashes you both with a thumbs up. Excellent work, both of you. This play lives or dies by the romantic chemistry between its leads. And so far, I'd say we're in safe hands. A short while later, you and your friends are helping James tidy up the theater after rehearsal.
Hey, Mizumi, thanks again for talking me through that. I know I kinda made a scene in front of everyone. Don't be embarrassed, and if you ever want to talk, I'm always here. Actually, I was kinda thinking we could go shopping. Huh? Well, I know James doesn't expect us to get costumes in time for opening night, since it's less than a week away, but I thought, why not try, you know? There's this costume store down the street. Might be worth a visit. And since we're both the leads, I figure we could be in costume at least, right?
James? James looks up from helping Abby with a set and grins. I mean, I always envisioned this as a costume drama. It just wasn't feasible given our time frame. But it gives the play an extra layer of meaning if you two are the only ones in costume, simultaneously outside of the area's constraints and bound by them.
Sure, totally. Mainly, I just want to dress up as a hot, brightish soldier. What do you say, Mizumi?
Dressing up in Victoria costumes? How could I possibly say no?
Yay! This is gonna be so much fun!
Just make sure you're back in time for our meeting with Vasquez later, okay, Mizumi?
Don't worry, Mom. I'll make sure she's back at a reasonable hour. Bye.
We will be making out in the store for hours.
You and Kaitlyn catch a bus downtown and pop into a quaint little costume shop called Esmeralda's. Rows and rows of historic and fairy tale costumes line the walls and spill out of large bins under the display racks. Wow, there's a lot here. Where should we begin? Or start, technically, but begin. That works. Kaitlyn bends down to scan the labels on each bin and walks a slow semicircle through the shop. Let's see. Roman Legion armor? Nope. Sailor Moon cosplay? Unfortunately not. Here we go. Victorian England.
Is there anything for sexy succubus?
You and Kaitlyn start pulling out costumes and laying them on the display counter. Oh my god! This is just what I was hoping to find! Kaitlyn pulls a bright red soldier's uniform with shiny brass buttons out of the bin and holds it up to herself. And it looks like it's my size! Oh my god! Why don't you go try it on? I'll find something for me and meet you by the fitting room. Okay! A short while later, you find the perfect dress and change into it. Mizumi, are you done in there? I want to see your costume!
I wanted to see yours, but okay, sure.
You step out of the dressing room and Kaitlyn gasps. Mizumi, you look amazing. So do you. Very handsome. Aw, thanks. So, should we check out and head back to campus? Yes, let's go in a second. I want to practice our kiss. Your relationship with Kaitlyn will be affected. Good answer. Kaitlyn takes your arm and pulls you into one of the fitting rooms, sliding the curtain closed for privacy. Hopefully, we don't get interrupted. I'll try to keep an eye out. Kaitlyn pulls you closer, her hands gliding over the soft satin of your dress where it hugs tight to your body. She leans in and brushes your lips with hers, teasing you, and then whispers in your ear. You're so beautiful, Mizumi. I just want to rip this dress right off you. Better not. I haven't even paid for it yet. I'll just have to work around it then. She pushes you back against the wall of the fitting room and kisses you, her hands pinning your wrists to your sides. Be careful. What? I need to go straight to Vasquez's office from here. I'd rather not look like I came from, you know. So I shouldn't do this? Kaitlyn bends down to kiss along your collarbone, her mouth hot on your bare skin. No. You don't sound very sure. You're gonna get me in trouble one of these days. Kaitlyn takes your chin in her hand and kisses you softly on the lips, then gazes in your eyes for a long second, her expression gentle. Let's finish this later, okay? When you're not expected anywhere after.
Good job, Pixelberry, for blueballing.
Oh my god! That way, I can do whatever I want to you without having to worry about you getting in trouble. You know, when you talk like that, It only makes it harder to be responsible and leave, right? That's the idea. Kaitlyn. Sorry, we can go. Let me just get undressed. Kaitlyn starts unbuttoning her new jacket. Oh, no you don't. Go find your own changing room and quit trying to tempt me. Fine, I'm going. God, you're so turned on by every little thing. Oh, hush. Want to take a picture together before we change? I want to record how good I look for posterity. Okay, but after that, you're finding your own dressing room. I got it? Got it. Kaitlyn puts her arm around you and pulls out her phone, smiling brightly for the camera. How should I pose? Pretend to swoon, give bunny ears, kiss Kaitlyn. You press a kiss to Kaitlyn's cheek as the camera flashes. I thought we were done kissing. Well, maybe just one more would be okay. You and Kaitlyn ring up your purchases and step out onto the street. You hear someone calling your name over the sound of traffic. Mizumi, Kaitlyn, hi! Hey, Madison. Figures we'd bump into you, too. Nice to see you, too, Becca. So, are you guys doing some shopping or something? Just buying some costumes for the play. Are we supposed to supply our own costumes? No, Mizumi and I wanted to play dress up. Here, I took a picture. Everyone except Becca crowds around Kaitlyn's phone to see the picture of you and Kaitlyn. Oh my god, so cute! That dress is incredible, Mizumi. Thanks. I never knew I had a thing for girls in military uniforms. Guess you learn something new every day. I'm just gonna take that as a compliment. Your phone chirps with a text from Professor Vasquez. Meeting in an hour. If you're late, I'll assume you're dead and submit a missing persons report, so don't be late. I better get back to campus. I want to put this costume in my dorm before I have to go deal with Vasquez. Okay, let's go see if we can't find a bus to take us home. Later that evening, you and James step into Professor Vasquez's office to find Yasmin Udoka sitting in the chair across from his desk. She turns as you enter. Ah, James, Mizumi, I'm so glad you're both here. Perhaps you can talk some sense into this old curmudgeon. Unlikely. I prefer to make my own decisions. Is this about the digital rights to Winter in July? What ails? I'm not ready to commit to renewing its publication, digital or otherwise. If you would at least give me a reason for your stubbornness, we could have a conversation about this. I don't want to have a conversation. I want to be left alone to think about it. Then why did you call us here exactly? I like to be kept apprised of how the play is coming along. James? Oh, yeah, it's good. Everyone's been doing good work. I say we're be in great shape for opening night. Really? No on-set drama? No one stormed out of the theater in tears? Please tell me that's not the only reason you wanted us to put on a play. Well, it's up there, but it's not the only reason. What about Mizumi? Is everything going as smoothly as James says? Well, Chris was disappointed with the casting, Kaitlyn's nervous about the kiss, Becca's bitter, but what else is new? Can you blame her? You've been an absolute blight on her existence since you first enrolled here. What are you talking about? If anything, she's a blight on my existence. Oh, Mizumi, sometimes I forget how young you really are. So short-sighted, such narrow perspective. You literally could not be more annoying right now. In any case, it sounds like progress has been good overall. I'm glad. Me too. Now I have something to look forward to, other than our repetitive arguments, Enrique. Speaking of your play, James, I read the script and it's good. Excellent, even.
Well, thanks. That means a lot, miss.
There's just one problem. The ending. It'll never sell.
Huh? What's wrong with the ending?
It's so depressing. William leaves for Scotland and Elizabeth ends up with Lord Rathbone? Boo!
It's realistic. Sure, their romance is dramatic, but it's not viable, you know? Not for that era.
Honey, no one in the audience is going to care about that. What they care about is being suckered into a compelling romance arc, only to have it not pay off in the slightest.
What do you think, Mizumi? Well, and Elizabeth should end up together.
It's true, because everybody loves that love story. Everybody just eats that shit up. The sad ending where he goes back off and she ends up with Rathbone. I mean, that's like going after someone and really liking them. Excuse me. And then you just decide that, hey, you know what? I'm not into girls. You just walk away, you know? I mean, it's just weird, you know? Will and Elizabeth should end up together. I know it's not totally realistic, but it's definitely less of a bummer.
No, it actually is realistic.
See, even your lead actor agrees with me.
James looks uncertainly to Vasquez, who just shrugs.
You wanted to be a writer, James. I guess all I have to say is, be careful what you wish for.
I guess I'll have to sleep on it for now. I'll get back to you, Yasmin. You might have a point, but I'm not sure I'm ready to scrap the current ending.
Fair. Don't wait too long, though. A sad ending is better than a sloppy last-minute edit.
I'll keep that in mind.
You follow James out of Vasquez's office, and the two of you trudge through the moonlight snow together. Penny for your thoughts?
About the ending? I'm not sure. I do want to impress Yasmin, since she could really help my career and everything, but I'm not great at taking criticism. Let's be honest, not a lot of people are great at taking criticism.
Really? You?
Shocking, right? She has a point about giving the audience what they want, but I'm not sure I care what they want. But that could just be my ego talking.
Sounds like quite the conundrum. At least you've still got a few days left to figure it out, right?
True. Maybe I'll write an alternate ending and see how it feels. For now, let's focus on getting ready for opening night. These next few days could pass by pretty quickly.
The next few days do pass by pretty quickly, blending together in a blur of rehearsals.
That's it, we're ready. We open tomorrow, folks. Bring everything you got.
The next evening, you and Kaitlyn peek out from behind the curtain at the theater's rows upon rows of seats, steadily filling up with people. There's so many of them. I know, I can't believe it. There's gotta be at least... Kaitlyn subtly stops talking as her eyes rest on the second row of seats. Kaitlyn, what's wrong? See that guy in the second row? Third from the left?
Arjun!
That's Arjun. He's one of my friends from back home. Well, family friend, but what is he doing here? Kaitlyn ducks behind the curtain and shuts it tight, her face pale. Everything okay? Not really. He doesn't know I'm gay. And now he's gonna watch me kiss you in front of everyone. And then he's gonna go tell my parents, who will tell... or his parents will tell my parents, who will... Kaitlyn, calm down. It's just a stage kiss. It doesn't have to be a big deal. Maybe not for you. I can't do this, Mizumi. I just can't. Will Kaitlyn be able to go on stage with Arjun in the audience? Will the show go on? Keep playing to find out. Ah, young love. I digress. So I hope you all did enjoy that episode. Do keep in mind that rules of engagement and Crown of the Flame, which, by the way, if you have not seen Crown of the Flame, please do check it out. An amazing chapter this week that I'm really looking forward to next week's chapter, because I do not know what's going to happen. Stay tuned for next week's, but certainly check that out. If you're not a huge Crown of the Flame fan, or maybe last season or first season, maybe you've just been like, meh, screw it. You should really check it out. It's come a long way. I'm looking forward to it. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, without further ado, I hope you all did enjoy the video. Feel free to like and share. Also, feel free to head down the description down below if you want to follow me on social media. You'll be updated when videos go live, as well as other things. And if you want to support me and my content and all, there's a couple links down there as well. And until next time, stay well, stay awesome, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.